Every year, millions of Americans lose money to scams. But there's one scam, massive, organized, and devastating, that most people have never even heard of. It's called the pig butchering scam. And it's not about farms or animals. It's about people, being emotionally fattened up before being financially slaughtered. This is the story of how a quiet, modern scam grew into one of the biggest financial crimes in the world, and how it's ruining lives across America. It starts innocently enough. You meet someone online, maybe on a dating app, maybe on Instagram, maybe they message you out of nowhere saying, "Hey, wrong number." They're kind, consistent, patient. You talk for weeks, sometimes months. They share photos, daily updates, dreams. And then, casually, they mention investing. Maybe in crypto, maybe in a new trading app. They show screenshots of huge profits. They even let you try it with a small amount. And it works. Except, it's all fake. This scam is so convincing, it's fooled doctors, engineers, retirees, even tech workers who thought they'd never fall for something like this. The term pig butchering comes from a Chinese phrase used by the scammers themselves. They call it sha zhu pan, literally pig butchering plate. In their world, victims are pigs being fattened with affection, attention, and fake profits before being slaughtered, cleaned out of their savings. It's a horrifying analogy, but it perfectly describes the process. 1. The grooming phase, building trust. This is the emotional setup phase where the scammer carefully builds a relationship with the victim to gain trust and create a sense of intimacy or partnership. The scammer often contacts the victim on social media, dating apps, or messaging platforms like LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook. They present themselves as a kind, attractive, successful professional, sometimes using stolen photos or fake identities. Over days or weeks, sometimes months, they engage in frequent, warm, and personal conversations. They mirror the victim's interests, values, and communication style to build a sense of connection. Emotional hooks are planted early, talking about shared dreams, goals, or even future plans together. The goal: make the victim feel emotionally invested and trusting so that when the investment opportunity appears later, it feels natural to consider it. 2. The investment phase. Once trust is established, the scammer introduces an opportunity that seems to come from genuine concern or generosity. The scammer claims to be involved in a lucrative investment, often in cryptocurrency, forex, or stocks. They might say something like, "I've been doing really well investing in this platform. I could show you how." They guide the victim to a fake but realistic-looking investment website or app, sometimes even registered under legitimate-sounding names. The victim starts with a small amount, and the scammer ensures they see fake profits on the platform, reinforcing the illusion of success. Encouraged by results, the victim invests more. The goal: to get the victim financially committed and to blur the line between "this is my friend helping me" and "this is a business opportunity." 3. The harvest, taking everything. Once the victim has been fully hooked and trusts the process, the scammer escalates their demands. This is the exploitation phase. The scammer pressures the victim to invest larger sums, sometimes even encouraging them to take out loans, liquidate savings, or use credit cards. They use emotional manipulation, guilt, "Don't you trust me?" Urgency, "This opportunity closes tomorrow," or affection, "I want us to build our future together." The fake investment site shows massive gains to encourage more deposits. When the victim tries to withdraw money, the system suddenly malfunctions or demands taxes, fees, or verification payments. More excuses to send money. The goal: to drain as much money as possible before suspicion sets in. By this point, victims are often emotionally and psychologically exhausted, confused, and desperate to recover their funds, which keeps them engaged longer. 4. The vanish, disappearance or reinvention. When the victim stops sending money or starts asking too many questions, the scam reaches its final stage. The scammer cuts off contact, blocking the victim on all platforms. The fake investment site may go offline or stop responding. In some cases, the scammer reappears under a new identity, pretending to be an investigator, recovery agent, or even law enforcement officer offering to help get your money back. A second scam. The emotional damage at this point is often as severe as the financial loss. Victims may feel shame, isolation, or fear of reporting it. The goal: to exit cleanly, and sometimes to retarget the same victim or reuse the identity for new ones. The scale of this operation is large, and the scam is well thought out. These aren't random loners in basements. They're organized criminal operations, often run out of scam compounds in Southeast Asia, especially Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. Thousands of people, many of them trafficking victims themselves, are forced to work 12 to 16-hour shifts, running fake personas online. They're trained in English, given scripts, even AI-generated photos to appear more attractive or trustworthy. Every detail is choreographed. They know when to flirt, when to talk about money, when to fake a crisis, when to disappear. And by the time the victim realizes something's wrong, the money has already been laundered through crypto wallets across multiple countries. The FBI estimates billions of dollars have been lost in the last few years, and those are just the cases reported. Victims often stay silent out of shame. Many believe they were in a real relationship. Others blame themselves for being naive. But the truth is, these scams are engineered to bypass logic. They prey on loneliness, ambition, and trust. 3 things every human being has. One victim described it like this: "It felt like I was in love with someone who didn't exist. They didn't just steal my money, they stole my reality." Despite the scale, most Americans still don't know about this scam. Why? Because it doesn't fit our usual picture of crime. It's not a phishing email or a robocall. It's emotional, personal, and global. Law enforcement struggles to investigate. The scammers are overseas, hidden behind crypto wallets and fake IDs. And social media companies? They often can't keep up with the thousands of new fake accounts made daily. So, how do you protect yourself or someone you love? Here's what to remember. Anyone who brings up investing early in an online relationship, red flag. Never send money or crypto to someone you haven't met in person. Don't be fooled by screenshots or fake apps. Scammers create entire fake trading platforms to prove profits. Talk to someone you trust. Victims often realize what's happening only when they say it out loud. The pig butchering scam is one of the most sophisticated crimes of our time. A perfect storm of technology, loneliness, and greed. But awareness is power. If you understand how it works, you can't be fattened up. So share this video, talk about it. Because the best way to stop the next scam is to expose the one already happening. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Until next time, stay safe and stay skeptical.